Welcome to Triple R, Rock Riddle's Reality. I am Rock Riddle. Today's topic, serious topic, but we're going to have fun with it. It is firearms mastery for the entertainment industry and for real life. So it's real self-defense in real life situations and realistic self-defense in film and television. I've been involved in the entertainment industry for a few decades now. Many of my friends are producers, directors, actors, entertainment industry professionals. For many years, those of us who know how to shoot firearms, who have some background, millions and millions and millions of us would watch television, we would watch movies, and we would cringe because we would see people, actors, portraying law enforcement, portraying CIA, FBI, portraying Secret Service, utilizing a firearm because over 60% of film and television projects involve the utilization of firearms. So this actor is utilizing the firearm incorrectly, improperly, and very dangerously. And not only does that take away from our ability to believe, but we also know that fans oftentimes emulate what they see movie stars do on screen. So for a long time, I kept asking, why doesn't someone put together a program for entertainment industry professionals and others, but concentrating on the entertainment industry so that we can have actors who can actually look like they know what they're doing. They will be setting a safe gun handling example. They will look right. They will stand right. They will experience a little bit of what they would in real life. Why doesn't someone do that? After a couple of years of me asking, why doesn't someone do that, and it becoming more and more frustrated, I said, okay, I'm a professional firearms instructor. I'm a competitive shooter. I know so many people in all the way from law enforcement, SWAT instructors, keep going up, CIA, FBI, Secret Service, etc. I know so many of the best firearms instructors in the country and so many people who teach SWAT. They teach law enforcement officers how to utilize firearms. So I thought, I'll put together a program. I'll bring a few of my law enforcement officer friends over. We'll have maybe 3 instructors, and we'll limit it to 12 students. So you get producers, directors, actors, and regular people sitting there, but they're 12 maximum. That way we give specific, personalized instruction to each person. The ones who are actors, they will now look really good in front of the camera. I'll talk to the actors for just a moment. You want to be believable. You want to look fantastic. You want people to give you great reviews. If you're holding the firearm incorrectly, if you have the fingers in the wrong places, if you're holding it, teacupping it, whatever you're doing that's wrong, pointing it towards yourself or pointing it at a partner or or a good guy in the film or television project, your fingers on the trigger, you're going to look stupid. You want to look really good. You want to know what the person is actually feeling. You want to go through those emotions so that you can express that. And there's a depth of emotion that comes through your eyes, through the eyes of the actor, that is so good if the actor is good. That actor can touch us, the fans, can cause a theater to cry, to laugh, to get angry, to get excited, to get happy. You take us on a journey, the actors and producers and directors who are watching this. After wondering why no one else did it, we did it. And it's an amazing event that we put together. By the way, there's a fee attached to it. Obviously, we have to pay rental on the theater. We have to pay the instructors, and we've got thousands, literally thousands of dollars worth of equipment. It's almost like an arcade with the training tools because there's no weapons in the theater. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to bring eye and ear protection and that kind of thing. And there will be people. There will be actors and producers and directors who come. There'll be people who are not in the entertainment industry who are wondering, well, gee, with all the crime going up so much, I don't know if I could ever handle a firearm. I'm not sure that I would want one, but I think I need to be my family's own first responder. So I know when seconds count, law enforcement's only minutes away or longer, depending on how busy they are. But I'm not sure. Well, here's the place to go after this 4-hour in-person training without any actual firearms, but with cert guns that look like a firearm, that feel they're heavy like a firearm. You can shoot red lasers in this arcade type situation. You'll know how to be really good, how to look good on camera. Those of you who are not the actors, you'll know by the end of that 4 hours whether a firearm is for you or not. There are a lot of people who should not have firearms, ever. There are those who say, well, what are the alternatives? I want to be able to protect my family. I want to be my own first responder, but I'm afraid of firearms. Well, at the end of this, you still may be, or most likely you'll feel much more comfortable, and you may even get to the point where you say, hey, any of you instructors available? Could we go to the range and shoot like a real gun? And do you have everything? I don't have anything because I'm new, but do you like when you call them eyes and ears, the ear protection and the eye protection and the handguns. Do you have handguns that I could use? Because I've never had a gun. I've never touched a real gun. And you have ammunition. You can supply everything? Wow. Okay, we're going to talk about the event that's coming up on February the 9th, because I'd like for you to come. It's in Southern California, and if you're not in Southern California, in Northern California, drive in. You're in Nevada, drive in. You're in Arizona, drive in. You're anywhere else in the country, it's worth your while to fly in if you can grab one of those 12 spots. It's really, many people have described it as life-changing. Many people have described it as tremendously career-enhancing and career-changing. So if we can open doors for you, we certainly like to do that. I'm going to take a look. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this, where I'm going to take you directly to the Eventbrite page. There we are. Now, this is the next one coming up. By the way, let me see if I can do this. As I go through this and give you stories and give you information that I think you'll find very useful, I am going to give you something else, because if you'll notice that the Eventbrite, when I show that again, if you can see it is tiny, but you'll say, that's all it is? For all of this stuff? It's a small fee. I would expect it to be at least double that. Well, guess what? I'm going to give you a code, a discount code. I'm not going to have it appear on the screen. That's too easy. People will fast forward and they won't listen to what I have to say. But this way, I'm going to verbalize it to you. I'm going to tell you uppercase letter, lowercase letter, lowercase number. You write it down. I'll say it twice during this video. And then what that's going to do, for the first time that this has ever happened, first time ever in 10 plus years that we've been doing these, you're going to get 50% off, or approximately 50% off. That way I'm protecting myself, because Eventbrite puts a little extra additional fee on there. Now, let's see if we can go over to Eventbrite and make this happen. Here we are. I'm going to go, first of all, I know this is going to be small, and I know a lot of people are watching this on their phones, but let's just go up to the pictures. That's a group of people in the theater using those SIRT guns. If those were real guns, we would not have those people together like that. The training tools that we have cannot do any damage. There is nothing we have in that theater that can fire a projectile. Oh my gosh. That's Kevin Major Howard right there next to me. And guess what today is? Today is Kevin Major Howard's birthday. And the day that I'm recording this right now. And I just sent birthday greetings to him. He played Rafterman on Full Metal Jacket. These are some of the people after one of the events that we did. Right over there on the right, on your right, is Al Burke. Al Burke has done hundreds and hundreds on film and television projects and oh my gosh, and commercials. He stays so very, very busy. When he has the opportunity, when we do these events, he comes out and he is looking for talent. He does not take the class, he observes the class. He has hired at least 2 people whom he met at these training events for actual film and television work. He watches them. At the end of the class, he said, "Ruck, do you know this person? This person seems to have a great personality. This person seems really professional. And this person looks, not at the beginning of the class, but at the end, looks really, really competent holding a firearm and utilizing a firearm." And then we'll talk about that. In this picture, there are at least 5 producers. And that's one of the benefits of coming also. Networking is a key to success in the entertainment industry. Those of you not in the entertainment industry, how'd you like to meet Rafterman? How'd you like to meet a few people in the entertainment industry? This man, I don't know if you can see this, but this gentleman, I just watched one of his feature films, one of his projects, and I was in it, and I had not seen it. I had seen pieces of it, but I watched it the other day. It was an Andy Kaufman tribute type of film. That's very interesting too. Anyway, lots of producers there. Let's go on to the next picture. There is me and at the front of the class, and simply talking about and demonstrating the firearm. This, if you are able to join us, this particular picture, you'll recognize it. I have one hand on the firearm, in this case the SIRT gun, not real firearm, and I do a demonstration with it that really makes some points, and I think, and people continue talking about it. Firearms in film, credibility on the screen. You see a couple of signs down there, the use of deadly force, what must be in play, if you will, before you can utilize deadly force. There are 4 things. Otherwise, you are in trouble. Yes. Firearms training for film and television, believability on the screen. Oh, this picture right up here. This is a picture taken on the set of Rust, the movie. Remember the movie where someone did not remember the 4 major rules of gun safety. Had that person only remembered one, the lady who was killed, the lady who's dead, as a result, would still be alive. So talk about firearm safety. Wow. Well, gee, actors might say, wouldn't be using a real gun in a film or television, so why do I need to know? You need to know because you may be using blanks. Blanks have killed actors. Well, how do you mean? Come to the event and find out. And if you, and I know a lot of people are anti-gun, and that's okay. And if you, there are a lot of people who should never ever touch a gun, touch a handgun, should never have a gun. And there's nobody who's there to convert you from going those people who are anti-gun to turning them into pro-gun. No, we'll give you information. You can make decisions on your own. If I can talk you out of buying a gun, if you should not have one, and I do talk you out of it, I feel like that's success. That's as successful as talking to someone about who has decided that they need to be their own first responder, uh, and I can give them a way, and I can say, I can answer the questions. We can answer the questions. We can, and we'll do that afterward or during a break. We will take questions during the 4-hour class, but we want to get as much hands-on with you as possible, you holding the cert guns, etc. So firearm safety, incredibly important. There's a picture of our associate, one of the instructors that she will be assisting us. This is Bobby. Bobby will be assisting. This is Redlands Police. Redlands is where my California home is. I'm in the Redlands area. So she's very good, and she will be helping those people who need more hands-on, who need more instruction. So we're giving instruction. We're individually working with different people. She will be there, and she will say, okay, let's adjust your hand. Let me show you what the grip is again. Okay, did you see the other instructors, etc.? And always get great response from Bobby. Everyone loves Bobby. Here's another group picture of several of the people after a training. It's interesting. It's great to us that we are getting a large turnout of females, a lot of ladies, and we really appreciate that. Okay, let's take a look at this. Certified Firearms Course for Actors. Learn how to handle firearms safely and realistically for film at this Certified Firearms Course for Actors and Producers and Directors, in this case on February 9th. And we are doing this one at the Alan Feinstein Studios. That's in Studio City, California, and that's a theater. It's a small theater. We have just an amount of room that we need to be able to advance and retreat, do all of the different things that you will be probably required to do in your film or television project if you are an actor. Okay, let's take a look at this picture. On the left is a gentleman who just was reelected for another term, Congressman Ken Calvert, and in California. I don't remember the name of his district or the number of his district, but what he has in his hand is a U.S. Secret Service challenge coin, and that was just handed to him by a person who works in the Secret Service, who is a Sheriff's Department firearms instructor. He teaches the other officers. He basically teaches the teachers, and his name is Brian Park, and he is one of our instructors. Very special guest instructor, really wonderful person. Again, 12 people only. So you have myself, you have Bobby, and you have Brian, and possibly even one more instructor. So we're really very proud. I'm reading this to you, and I'm giving you information, additional information as well. I'm reading it to you because most of the people who are watching this, they're watching on a cell phone. You have a small screen, and I know it would be really difficult for you to read it. And I'm encouraging you to, of course, to look at the links and to go to Eventbrite and read it for yourself, watch the video, look at the pictures, etc. Believability and credibility on screen, professional firearm training for film and television, and more. 10 o'clock until 2 o'clock officially. Get there early, though, and if we have everybody there, all 12 of our students there early and seated early, we'll be able to squeeze in some extra time. Here's what's included. 4 hours of exceptional individualized professional instruction, the use of our newest laser pistols, training aids, and all of the simulator equipment, thousands of dollars worth of equipment we will have in that room. You will get a personalized certificate of completion, and for the actors, by all means, put that on your resume. Let me actually come back and talk to you for a moment if I can. There we are. I'm back and big again. Here's a reality talking to the actors. Because I've been involved, if you take a look at IMDb, Internet Movie Database, you'll see the projects I have produced, the projects I am producing. You'll see the different qualifications that I have. I have casting director credits, I have producer credits, acting credits, etc. In fact, I think the last I checked a few days ago, IMDb Star Meter had me ranked in the upper 3% of entertainment industry professionals worldwide. That's always good. Unless you take a look, if as long as you don't compare yourself to someone else like Kevin Major Howard, who's in the upper 1/3 of 1% in the entire world. Pretty good. Okay, here's the thing. I've dealt with thousands of actors. I have been involved in the casting process, the producing process. I have screened many, many people in the entertainment industry. And here's what generally producers, this is the producer's truth. We have a picture and resume in our hand, and we say, oh, this person is absolutely perfect visually. Say, right height, right age, right look, fantastic. Oh, can that person drive a stick shift car? Oh, let's take a look at the resume. No, it's not listed. Therefore, this actor cannot drive a stick shift car. Can this person handle a firearm? Let's see. Nope. There's no listing of firearms. This person has no ability to work with firearms at all. So anything, no matter how small, for the actors watching, no matter how small, if you know to get on the left side of a horse and you can get up and on the left side and go around in a circle on a horse, put horseback riding. Otherwise, you're going to be someone, if you don't have it there and you actually do know how to ride, boom, then we on the production side will never believe it. We cannot take the chance. We cannot say, oh, that person probably knows how to jump on a trampoline. It's not that difficult. Well, it's not down there. Well, etc. So be sure, one of the most important, and from my point of view, my never to be humble point of view, one of the most important things on a resume for an actor is special skills and abilities. That's where we will, many of us will look there first. Okay, so now I'm going to go back again. Let's see if I can go back. Okay, good. We were talking about what's included: 4 hours of exceptional individualized professional instruction, the use of the newest laser pistols, training aids, and all simulator equipment, a personalized certificate of completion, that's what we just finished with, a $300 gift certificate. For those of you who like it and decide you want to take another step forward, you want one of the instructors, you want to go to a range and actually shoot a real gun, boom, you've got a $300 gift certificate, good toward your first 2 lessons if you decide to take a lesson. There's an informative booklet that's created for you by the instructors, and those booklets are personalized. You'll get an email within 5 days after the event's over, and it will list videos that here are the video links, click and watch. These are ones that will really be beneficial to you. And then we will keep you, with your permission, we'll keep you on a mailing list. And every time we do a new video, we'll send that out to you. By the way, if you have not signed up, if you appreciate what we do, and by the way, you're always welcome here. You're always appreciated. If you appreciate what we do, like, subscribe, what else? Share the video and whatever else is involved that everybody with YouTube channels tells you to do. Okay, and if I can get back, here we are. Well over 60% of all film and television projects involve firearms. Let's face it, virtually everyone in the film industry will be involved with projects that include firearm as part of as a part of the story that the project is attempting to tell. And we all acknowledge, everybody knows, we believe, we know it's necessary to capture and hold the audience's attention. Believability is lost when an actor displays an absence of even basics firearms knowledge. And not only is it necessary to know how to properly and safely handle a firearm, We believe strongly that it is the duty of all involved to educate and potentially save the lives of fans who may emulate what they see on the screen. One of the things that I tell people in the workshops that we do, in the trainings, in the seminars, is basically this, because when we first started doing this, we knew, and we had information about people, oh, they watched this movie and then they emulated the actor and now this person is dead. So one of the things I tell the actors is this is why we do it. Give you a made up but representative situation here. So as I have the producers and directors and actors in the audience, I will say, you people, you're all very creative. Imagine this, if you will. There's little Jimmy. He's 5 years old. He goes to preschool with Stephanie. And Stephanie and little Timmy are both at the parents' house of Stephanie. And Stephanie's parents know that there's no way in the world that little Stephanie knows where the key is to the lockbox that has the family firearm. Strangely, interestingly, a lot of parents really underestimate their children. Stephanie has known where that key is since she was 3 years old. So Timmy and Stephanie are there in this room where the key is, where the firearm is, and the big people, the adults, are out of the room. And Timmy says, I want to see it, I want to see it, I want to see it. And so finally, he doesn't have to touch it. Oh, no, I don't want to have to touch it, Timmy says. I just want to see it. So this is fun because the big people are out of the room, and this is something that's forbidden. And she takes the key and she unlocks it. And Timmy says, "Is it heavy?" She said, I think it's really heavy. He says, "I want to feel." And he picks up the handgun. And again, I'm looking at the actors and the producers and the directors when I say that. So little Timmy picks up the handgun and he does exactly what he saw you do in the movie. And little Stephanie dies on her way to the hospital. Do you bear any responsibility? Actors, producers, directors? You know that people emulate what they see. Why not show gun safety? So that's a big one for us. That's why we do this. That's why we can... We've broken even financially twice that I know of in these 10 plus years of doing these events. We have law enforcement who will come in for, we have one who comes in from Arizona. Just because he wants to contribute. Now, obviously, we pay him, and we pay for his trans, and we pay for his expertise. He has to take an entire... he's driving for 5 hours, 5.5 hours, one way to do this and then back. We have many different instructors. So twice I think we have broken even or better on these. And the reason that people are so willing to help us, because this is a message that needs to get across. And it's our way of doing something that makes people look good and also sets a good, safe gun handling example. There is a short video from a television show that we will show in that program on February 9th, or the next one upcoming, which is in the link below. It's something you will remember for a long, long time. We're going to show 2 videos that you will remember. Do they make a point? Oh, they make a good point, and you will remember it probably for the rest of your life. Nothing that's going to mess you up psychologically, nothing like that. But it's something Sometimes you'll hear something, for example, you'll hear a slogan, and it makes a difference in your life. How about this one, for example? Here's a gift for you. If it is to be, it is up to me. Print that out. Put it on your wall. Even if you're not looking at it subconsciously, you're seeing it. If it is to be, it is up to me. What does that mean? Does that mean that I don't have to keep relying on people to do it for me? That if my ship doesn't come in, I can swim out to it? If I'm feeling negative, what about the understanding of the reality that every day above ground is a good day? If you believe that, if you accept that, maybe you need to hear it many, many times, and you probably will with these videos. Every day above ground is a good day. If you accept that, you cannot have a bad day. Oh, I will tell you so many different things that watch these videos. There's so much, my gosh. So many people in the entertainment industry, I will tell you stories about them. So many people in the professional wrestling business. So much information I have learned over my decades on this planet that have made such a difference to me. Terry Cole Whitaker wrote a book. The title of the book is All I Needed to Know. I knew Terry, but I never read the book. But the title, What You Think of Me is None of My Business. If I don't like you, it's not your problem. Don't accept it. It's my problem. If you don't like me, I have people who don't like me. It's not my problem. Their problem. So, let's switch back over here. And I think this is the right. Nope, that's not the right one. Okay. Here we are. And I'll continue reading this for you, and then we'll go back to the big picture, and I'll show you some video and other people who are going to be teaching for us. A professionally taught, fast-paced, 4-hour certificated class. I've already basically given you all of that information. The bottom line at the end of the 4-hour workshop, those who are in the entertainment industry will never be embarrassed using a firearm in their project. In fact, I'll talk to the actors for a moment. In fact, you'll be proud. Even if you, let me talk to the anti-gun actors for a moment. You'll be proud when your friends and fans see the film where you handled the firearm properly and believably, and they'll say, "Whoa, I thought you were anti-gun. How many secrets are you keeping from me? How long have you been shooting? You've been shooting all your life, probably." See, the main thing is that the actor, and the film or television project look really, really good and set an outstanding, safe gun handling experience for all who watch. I'll go through this more quickly. Here's what you'll learn. Firearm safety, incredibly important. There are 4 major rules of gun safety. In Rust, had the gentleman applied any one of the 4, that lady would still be with us. Shooting fundamentals, what you'll learn. Stance, grip, sight alignment, trigger control, etc. You're going to learn so much. And in any of you who are not actors who said, "I think I want to go do a class with some firearms instructor," do this first, and you will be so far ahead when you go to the range, and you'll get so much more out of your training when you go to the range. All right. This one, I'm going to come back and talk to you. You're going to learn, I've got 2 screens here, 2 monitors. The one over there has tiny little fonts on it. And that's what I'm learning, because you're looking at it too, and you're seeing, I can't read that, it's so tiny. So you will learn about the effects of stress. That's what your gun handling character is experiencing. If you are in a situation where potentially life-threatening, someone has pulled a knife on you, someone has pulled a gun on you, someone has a crowbar and has told you they're going to kill you, there are certain things that are going to happen. Your blood pressure will be the highest it's ever been in your life. Your pulse, your heart rate will be the highest it's ever been. You will not feel your fingertips anymore. You'll lose the ability to have analytical thought. You'll have tunnel vision. You won't hear. If I were in that theater with a real weapon, and you were there, hopefully, and that real weapon were discharged, the sound, the noise, that incredibly loud noise would be so loud that it would be physically painful to the people in the theater. But if I'm in that situation and I press that trigger, I don't hear it. I don't hear it. We'll talk about that. You say, how is that possible? How do you know that? We'll go over all of that. Let's see what else here. Tunnel vision. At 20 feet, you'll see 12 inches. You'll have heightened visual acuity within that 12 inches, but you're only going to see that 12 inches. We'll talk about that, why that happens, and how to break it if you're ever in that situation. As actors, you need to be able to feel this. As directors, you need to be able to tell actors and direct them in how to feel this. As producers, you need to oversee everything. As people who are not in the industry, this is really, really important for you as well. Tunnel vision, auditory exclusion, loss of cognitive thought and analytical ability. There will be time distortion. You'll see things in slow motion. There will be loss of focus, loss of fine motor skills. In over 50% of situations where a law enforcement officer has to resort to deadly force, when nothing else will suffice, over 50%, the memory loss, true memory loss, not convenient memory loss. 21% of the time, false memories, because the brain doesn't allow you to analyze. It just react. Fascinating what you go through in situations like that. So if you can understand them ahead of time, then heaven forbid, if you're ever in a situation like that, you're going to do better. Actors, you must believe that it's real in front of the camera, from my never to be humble point of view. If you believe it's real, the audience will believe it's real. In these seminars, oftentimes I will be the representative actor, and I will say, this is what we are doing, this is the situation, and we'll set it all up, and this is what the director has asked for. We have 2 alternate endings. We're going to do the first one first. And I must, if I'm the actor, I must believe that this is absolutely real. And often, let's do it this way, occasionally, when I have enough energy, barriers totally down, so I'm vulnerable and I've got enough energy, and I really believe that this is happening, that this is real, I can take it to the point in the theater where I'm starting to lose peripheral vision. Wow. That's, and yes, I'm an actor. I do some acting. And I think many of the actors who were there could act circles around me, have so much more experience, have done so much more than I've done. So I think with those who are really professional, they can put themselves in a situation of believing that this is real to the point that they can start seeing this, that they can start having their oh my gosh, my hand is shaking and I don't know why. It's because I believe I'm in this situation. Woo. And we take it. Oh, it's some of this is an emotional roller coaster ride, because you need to know what's going to happen in a situation, and for the actors, how you're going to present it on screen. Wow. But I promise you, you will look so good when you understand this. Something that I heard before, and I learned from the late Charles Conrad, brilliant acting coach. He says, total concentration of attention away from yourself is the creative source of acting. So that's, in other words, you're not here as the actor and standing next to yourself and judging yourself. Oh, am I supposed to cry here? Oh, am I supposed to be afraid? What's my next line? Let me think about that. As opposed to being in it and believing it's real. When we watch actors, we know we can see those who are absolutely 100% involved and totally believable, and those who are horrible. Oh my gosh. All right, let me go back over here and I'll leave my face up for a moment. Go quickly. Accurate. Okay, the effects of stress, so important. Accurate shot placement, aiming, and point shooting, and the difference. Reloading and changing magazines. You'll learn how to fire from various positions. You'll learn how to clear malfunctions. You'll learn precision shooting. Yes, all of that with rubber guns and the SIRT guns that are shooting the red laser dots, red lasers. Clearing malfunctions, precision shooting, one-handed shooting, strong and weak hand. Your eye dominance. Are you right eye or left eye dominant? And if you don't know, by the end of this class, you will know, and you'll know why it's important for you to know. Shooting on the move, including advancing and retreating while firing and while dropping magazines, changing magazines. Shooting positions, kneeling, standing, prone, and behind barricades. And there's so much that you get out of this class, and we only go 4 hours or just a little more than 4 if you're there early, and we get to start early. We generally have time for all of this, but certainly the vast majority of this is in every one of these training sessions that we do. Lots of individual laser pistol firing for accuracy and technique. Most of the people are really interested. They are interested in everything. They find it all fascinating, and they want to actually handle these laser guns and have this interactive feedback. And they want to do that for as much time as possible. So we'll go quickly through a lot of things. You'll understand it. You'll have people there adjusting your grip, showing you how to stand, everything. Amazing insight into the mindset of law enforcement, criminals, and armed citizens. So amazing, because people don't understand. We will have law enforcement officers there, captains, all sorts of different people who instruct SWAT. And I will say, what is your outcome when you're involved in a situation that's potentially life-threatening? And everyone who will say so far has said, my objective, my number one mission is to go home at night, to go home to my family at night. Does that alter? Does that help actors understand what's going through the mind of the character that you're playing? Interesting stuff. Let's see what else I have here. Yeah. Criminals. Oh my gosh, sociopaths. 3 different types of people who will attack you. What it takes to stop them. This psychological, so much stuff that you will learn. I'm so excited to be a part of this, and every time that we do it, it's like, okay, that was exhausting. Now we've taken all of that equipment, we put it back in the truck and driven it another, 75 miles from Studio City to the home, to the storage area, ready for the next one. And on the way back, I'm saying, I'm so exhausted, and I'm so looking forward to the next one. And wow, I want to look at the feedback. I want to see what the feedback was from the people. How did we do? Did we get through to them? Was there anyone who did not think that this was amazing? And we're getting incredible results and reviews. Already said something about this. I'll say it again. And it says here, don't want to handle a real gun, not a problem. No guns there. I'm not going to go through that. Okay, let me talk to you a moment about Brian Park. Brian Park, and he's been working as a firearms instructor for about 13 years. He's taught literally hundreds and hundreds of students on how to be safe and skillful shooters. In 2015, he started assisting at the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Range, where he helps and teaches deputies and their academy students he teaches them how to qualify with their firearms. So he's teaching. In other words, he knows what he's doing. Has a number of post-certified firearm certificates. He's a marksman level shooter with the Sheriff's Department. He's been married for, I think it's going on 39 years now. His wife is a trauma ICU nurse at Loma Linda Hospital. And he wants everyone to know that he believes in the God-given right to protect oneself and the ones you love. To protect yourself and the ones you love from the evils of society. Is there evil on this planet? Oh, yes. If you're one of the rare people who has not seen evil, hopefully you never will. But that will be incredibly rare. Always be prepared. Like the Boy Scout motto, be prepared. Better to be prepared, better to have whatever. You say, well, I probably will never utilize this suitcase full of emergency food and water and stuff. Okay, better to be prepared and not need it than not be prepared and need it. I'm going to share this with you because it just came to mind, and since I have myself on the camera instead of looking at the listing. Recently, 2 people I know were murdered. In both cases, it was the daughter. They were the daughters of people I know. 2 totally random, 2 separate instances. At least one was beaten to death by her husband. The other was also killed by her husband. And we don't hear about things like this too often. But because, in fact, one of the ladies who is deceased now, who was beaten to death, her services are tomorrow in San Bernardino, California. So, sort of an appropriate time for me to say this. I have to think back on it, and I ask myself this in all sorts of situations. If I had the opportunity to work with those 2 people, if they chose to have a firearm, if they would train enough to know how to use it, if that had happened, would they still be here today? And my thought when I answer my own question is absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. The great equalizer. See what else I'd like to tell you. Bryant Park, of course, that's why I said it, the evils of society. There are so many evil people out there. There's an attitude that people have. I will show you the attitude. I don't really want to do it here, but I will do it in class so that you know what you're up against in the real world and what it takes to stop the 3 different types. Bryant Park, DOJ certified instructor, etc. Now, here's my note, the thing that I added in, and for the people looking at this, if you're in the entertainment industry and you're going to be playing a U.S. Secret Service agent, a sheriff's deputy, a sheriff's department firearms instructor, or a chaplain, here's an amazing gentleman who has experience in those and other areas. Wow. Imagine you're playing a character that has all of those together. That's going to be an amazing opportunity and quite different. Brian can not only tell you about actual incidents, but he can also help you to physically and emotionally experience them on set. He can help you bring the most believable, the most engaged, the most connected character possible to life in front of the camera. Brian stays really busy. I've already said this. This is only the second time we've ever been able to get him. I am hopeful that if you're watching this after February the 9th, that we will have another upcoming event where he will be available as well. Let me switch over. Of course, I am your lead instructor and your host for this event. There's some of my qualifications there. I think hopefully that's large enough that you can read those. USCCA certified instructor, NRA certified pistol instructor, NRA certified range safety officer, inland training certified pistol instructor, etc., personal home defense instructor, concealed carry instructor, IDPA competitive shooter, clock certified armorer, first aid, CPR, AED, TACMED trained, and ITTS master class. For those who you anyone who knows what ITTS is and Scott Reitz, that means something. That probably means as much or more so than everything else on that page. And then, of course, there's the memberships that I have. And now I'm going to read this to you because I know it's really small on your device, and this may help you to make a decision. And keep in mind, I'm going to give you a code that's going to cut the cost in half. Should I do that now? I'll do it soon. Here's information on me, and I will just simply read it. Rock Riddle will be your host and lead instructor. His additional entertainment industry qualifications include over a third of a century and 150,000 plus hours professional experience in the film and television industries. The IMDb Star Meter consistently ranks him within the upper 2 to 4% of entertainment professionals worldwide. Rock's background includes publicist and president of APS Entertainment, and Hollywood Success Marketing and Public Relations, of course, as well as Screen Actors Guild franchise talent agent and agency co-owner, personal manager, producer, casting director, stunt person, talk show host, film and television actor, color commentator, and Amazon.com #1 best-selling author. And that was something in the entertainment industry called How to Become a Magnet to Hollywood Success, which actually outsold Harry Potter for an hour on Amazon. Not to mention his legend status as the original Mr. Wonderful of professional wrestling and 4-time Hall of Famer. Rock's greatest talents include 1, his mastery in the marketing of entertainment industry professionals, and 2, his amazing ability to motivate, inspire, and teach actors and others how to achieve and go beyond their dreams. On April 21st, 2007, Rock was presented with the prestigious REEL, R-E-E-L, Honoree Award, an award which is presented once a year to an individual who's made a difference in the entertainment industry. Past recipients of this award include my old friend Sylvester Stallone, Charles Bronson, James Cagney, David Carradine, Robert Conrad, Kirk Douglas, Cesar Romero, Mickey Rooney. Who's one of the more recent ones? I actually presented this award to Dan Haggerty, who played Grizzly Adams. Interesting. I'll show that video on one of the video. I'll add that. I'll make a video on that, and I'll show actual footage from that presentation. Okay, here is a video. This person, Bobby Thompson, she's above right there. Bobby Thompson's confirmed she's been training with excellent instructors for over 10 years. One of the excellent instructors is me. She obtained her CCW permit, that's her permit to carry concealed weapon, early in her training. She's very good. She's outshot me like 7 times out of thousands, but still, she's very, very good. And this is her. She and I are both in this video, so please, I'm not going to take time to go through this whole video and show it to you right now, because you can go to the Eventbrite, you can go there and click on it and watch it. She will be our safety officer for the class. She'll be assisting, she'll be correcting mistakes, and helping anyone who wants or needs more individual attention. Let me show you just a little bit of this, and I know it's not large on your device, but again, you can go and watch more. So we were talking about advancing and retreating while firing. This is me on one of the ranges. And Rock just said, if you didn't hear it, for some reason I feel like maybe the bad guy is down, but moving. All right, so we're going to continue here. I'm going to go fast forward a little bit. And there I was saying, where did it go? I had 2 concealed weapons and 51 rounds of ammunition on me at that time. This is Bobby shooting from 50 feet. And you can see that, and that's where she hit. She happens to have named the rubber dummies. See, she just said, sorry, Ezzy. So this is Ezzy. I think the other main one called, I don't remember now. Here's one round at 183 feet. That was the first shot of the day. And I asked my associate there I said, keep the camera going and let's go all the way up. That's utilizing a Glock 30. I'm going to keep going forward here. And let's see if I can get to the point where, oh yeah, okay. So that's from 183 feet with a subcompact handgun, which is a .45 caliber. And so you can go through all this stuff, and this is shooting from 50 yards, 150 feet, 5 rounds, and all of them are within 4.5 inches of each other on the target. A lot of different things like that. Okay, clearing an area. I go over that a little bit on this particular video. I have to tell you what that was. On the top of that stand, way down there, there's a shotgun shell. And I said, how many rounds will it take to put it down? And I did it in 1. Okay. That's the information. Okay, let's stop that and continue on. Oh, and I've already talked about this. You never know what industry VIPs are going to drop by. I've talked about Rafterman, Kevin Major Howard, whose birthday is today, the day that I'm doing this video recording. Also, the theater, just in case anybody is still concerned about germs and things like that flying around. This is a clean room environment. We started this during the COVID thing. Your health and safety is very important to us for this event and each event that we do. Air in the theater is continually purified by 2 medical-grade true HEPA air filtration purification systems. They both have ionizers, that is, they both have UV virus killers or eliminators. Also, the air conditioning and heating in the unit also provides additional filtration of the air. And no matter how hot or cold it is outside, it's always comfortable in the theater. And again, we only have 12. We limit it to 12 students. Please arrive early. I've already talked about that. And you know what? Why don't I? You can watch me read this final thing. And brief introduction. We begin exactly at 10 o'clock. Earlier, if everyone is there and seated, we'll be moving around, so please dress comfortably. It's going to be an amazing event, an amazing experience, and I truly hope to see you there. Truly. Frequently asked questions. Let's go over that real quickly. Is everything mentioned in the Eventbrite listing included in the ticket price? The answer is yes, and everything is personalized, including your 20-page booklet, your ready-to-frame completion certificate, a $300 gift certificate, and, of course, your name badges. All of the training tools are also included. Question, what should I bring? What do you think? Here's what we suggest. Bring a positive mental attitude, along with a desire to learn and be the very best that you can be. We supply everything else. How should I dress? Dress comfortably. We'll be moving around during the training. And here's an interesting one. I'm sort of afraid of guns, and I've never even touched one. Will this class work for me? Here's your answer. Absolutely, it will work for you. There are no actual firearms in the theater. Of the 3 different training aids, and we have actually more than that now, only one type projects a low-powered laser that interacts with the simulations. This class is for absolute beginners to seasoned professionals. Every level benefits, especially new people. I would take that especially new people out or new shooters out, because everyone benefits no matter what level. Where do I park? Okay, well, there is a limited amount of free parking in the building lot on Sunday mornings, and this is a Sunday. We start at 10 o'clock. Please get there early. On Sunday mornings, parking is usually pretty easy. Pay particular attention to the parking signs. If in doubt, ample street parking is available. Again, Sunday mornings, easy. What about accessibility? Not quite so easy. The theater's on the second floor, and there are no elevators. Future events will be held at places where it's a little more accessible. So if you're not able to go up, I think it's 12 or 14 stairs, then sorry that there's nothing we can do about it this time. Next question. What if I'm not in the entertainment industry? Should I take this class? Yes, absolutely. While the training is directed toward professionals in the entertainment industry, it is an amazingly good opportunity for those not in the industry, because I would say, it says 95% here, at least 95, I'm going to say 97% of the training will be appropriate for you. It is an amazing training. It's more than a training. It's an experience. What if I do want to shoot a real gun? Oh, something new and different. We highly recommend this training before you do live fire training on the range. If you want real live fire training, let one of the instructors know. We will schedule private instruction for you. There's several different professional ranges where I have my $2 million of liability insurance. Never, ever had an accident. Never will. It's really productive. It's incredibly good training. You'll learn a lot, and it will be fun. Very, very safe, fun, and you'll learn a lot. I'm a good competitive shooter. I'm an excellent instructor. So if any of you choose me, that you'd like me to work with you on the range, I'd be happy to do so. Would you guys like our feedback on the class? Yes, we would like your feedback. At the end of each event, we have questionnaires, and we ask you to grade us and to be blatantly and brutally honest with us the way that we are with you during that 4 hours. Tell us if there's anything that you did not like. Tell us what you did like. But if there's something you did not like, tell us. We look at those. We examine those carefully, and if we feel that you're accurate, we'll make changes. Results from the last class of 12 students. All gave 5-star reviews. 7 said they learned a tremendous amount. 5 said they learned a lot. 7 and 5 is 12. 8 gave A+, 2 gave an A, 1 gave an A-, 1 gave a B+. That was the lone grade outside of A's. The average grade was A+. We're really happy about that. What's the code? Yes, Rock, you were going to tell us the code. You had us sit through all of this so that we could get a discount code and get this thing for half price the first time you've ever done it. You've been waiting, haven't you? Okay, here's the discount code to save you an additional 50%. Rock says 50. Rock says 50. No spaces. The R in Rock is uppercase. The S in says is uppercase. Others lowercase. And 50, 50. Rock says 50. That'll get you 50% off. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I know what a nice guy I am. Do me a favor and your friends a favor. Subscribe, like, share. Hit the notification bell. Send the Eventbrite link to your friends. Who do you know who could really benefit with this information? And it goes so much beyond what I've given you so far on this video. See you February 9th, or I'll see you, whatever the link down below says, for another upcoming event. Thank you. Sincerely, thank you very much. You are muchly appreciated. and you're always welcome here. See you next time. Okay, take it away, Rock. Here's one thing that I say to people who do not know whether this is for the non-actor and the actors too. For someone who is making a decision saying, well, I've been avoiding it so long, but I have friends who are getting firearms now and stuff like that, and crime keeps rising. And I think if someone ever breaks into my home and their intention is to do harm to me or a family member, I'd like to be able to defend myself if I cannot get out and run away. Because if I can get out and no one's in jeopardy, then I'll go. Yeah. Well, if they only wanted to take your television, but some want to take your life, some don't care. There are sociopaths out there. There are incredibly evil people out there. And we put this situation, imagine this with me if you would. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. You hear glass breaking in your home. You've got your family there. You need to make sure everybody's okay. You need to be able to protect these people. So this is a horrible situation. Very seldom is there a home invasion by just one person. Often 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. I have heard of home invasions through my law enforcement friends of up to a dozen people. One said 14 was the maximum that he had ever heard of. But you have people breaking into your home with intent of stealing and doing harm to family members and potentially taking a life or two. Next to your bed, there is an end table. On the end table, there are two items. One is a handgun. One is a cell phone. Which one are you going to pick up? And I tell this to people who really, really don't like guns. I said, if that situation were to happen, which one would you pick up? Interesting thing with all of the fires, and I'll leave with this. Interesting thing is, I had a person I know who died in the fire. I have many people, because again, a lot of friends in the entertainment industry, I have many people who lost their homes. Even having said that, even with the horrible devastation that was done with the fires in Southern California, here's a reality that I say to people also. I'll give you 2 more. And this reality is this. Yesterday, I was going through my home, and because I wanted to do a count. How many fire extinguishers do I have in my home? Obviously, we have smoke detectors, smoke alarms. I think every place has those. And I went through and I counted the large ones. There are 3 large ones, at least 1 medium-sized one. I think there's another one, but I didn't see that one. Didn't find it. It must have gotten moved. And 1 smaller. So I have at least 5 fire extinguishers. A lot of people are prepared for that horrible thing called fire, at least to some degree, that they have fire extinguishers there. And yet, statistically, you are 40 times more likely to have home invaders break into your home with intent to do harm than you are to have a fire. What do? Do you take any precaution? Do you have any idea, at least where family members will meet, how they will get out of each room, etc.? That's a whole different seminar, and I'll probably do a video on it. I want to thank you very much. Please like, share. What else do you do? Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, so far, and this is a new channel, but so far, 60-some% of the people who are looking at it have not subscribed. Please do so. I thank you very much. And again, remember, every day above ground is a good day.